Well, regardless what it was, that's what we're saying. Sometimes a good kick in the teeth can kind of recalibrate you, get you resetting and making sure you're more purposeful with the touches and the scattering reports and stuff like that. So we had our chances. There were definitely some very specific things that we didn't do that led to the outcome and just getting stuck in rotations. And we had some uncharacteristic errors in moments that we usually don't. But sometimes, finding ways to be humbled. Unfortunately, with a loss, it can happen that way. But I know how we're built, and this Monday morning's practice was focused. It was precise. The energy was there, and so we're going to take this win we're going to take the loss as a lesson, and know, we can straighten the path a little bit more. But I still trust our girls. I mean, we have gotten everybody's best, and I think we've done a good job for the most part managing that all through the year. And it got us once, but it's going to be really hard to do it again.
Can you use that motivation of not hosting the conference tournament, kind of like, hey, now we have to go prove that we belong here?
Yeah, absolutely. We've embraced this target, and I think the target's still there, but there's something to be said to have to go somewhere else. And again, I think it's just going to fine tune that focus and not take things for granted. I also think being on the road, sometimes you can really make it a business trip to where why you're going, whereas sometimes hosting, it can be, there can be distractions, and so we're going to find every bit of positive as to why we have to go to Dallas. We are. And we also are going to identify the things that could be some noise, if you will. And so we're definitely talking about it today. So by Thursday, we're ready to compete. I don't think so at this point. I kind of look at it with playoffs. We're all 0-0. It's a fresh new season. I also remember that game very well, and it was 29-27 first set. It could have gone either way, and so with us being able to pull out that first set, that was huge momentum for us, but it could have gone the other way, and it could have been a different story, not necessarily the end result, but how it got there. Texas Women's is a very offensive team. They're super balanced. They've got a lot of just swagger to them to where they're dangerous, so we're going to respect them fully. We know that they're playing for a lot too. They're playing to get into that regional tournament, and so we know what we're up against.
When you talked a lot, like at the beginning of the season, about the depth you guys possess and the potential of this team. How have things kind of come together compared to how you envisioned things would?
I think we're exactly where we projected we would be as far as the depth goes. We did have to go into a 5-1 running that with Malice this weekend, and I don't think that was a bad thing. I think it was cool that we could see ourselves do it and know that we can still be successful or at least competitive in doing that. But I also want to go back to our grassroots on how we got 25 wins this season so far in that 6-2 offense and having that balance. So I do like our depth, but I also like our flexibility in that. And these ups and downs help us prepare there.
I know that, obviously it's second seed, so it's not like you guys are the eighth, but are you guys embracing any kind of underdog mentality heading into this one?
It's always kind of fun to play the antics of the underdog or a target, and really, I just want to look at it as we got another day to compete. I want to keep our thought process super simple and not get the emotions involved. I really just want to be physical. I just want to, I just want to keep the physical game into it, and at the end, be able to say that, And so we're not playing it into it too much. We're just really focusing on the day we're in, more so than what we probably were before this past weekend. And I'm ready to just get in a uniform again and compete.
Obviously, you're just concentrating on Texas Women's in the conference tournament, but we all know you're also going to move on. You're going to that regional no matter what. So what do you think it's going to take you guys to host that? Do you have to win it? Or?
Again, I'm going to be cliche in saying I want to go day by day. But if I had to, tell the future, we need to win this conference tournament in order to solidify any chances of hosting the regional tournament. But hosting or not, we are going to be grateful to suit up another day. Hosting is not going to dictate what type of outcome we're trying to go after. The one thing I love about hosting is being able to play in front of our fans in our community, and just that environment that the box brings is special. But we're going to make any environment we're in special, and we're going to make it our place. So, I'm just worrying about Thursday, and we'll see what happens after that.